Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Sham, Hakudash, the blindness by apostles and elders of very millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom. This is Brother Dawada from GBS Troy Camp, coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Sham, Hakudash. Today I want to do a video, alright, entitled, You Have to Be a Soldier, alright, to be in this truth. We're going to get into this topic and out of our this video will be edifying to the elect. Now we're going to start off in the book of Lamentation, the 3rd chapter. The Lord wanted this is comforting also, right? Because the same things you're going through, the next brother is going through it also. Okay? Let me see. Is it 38? Here it is, 27. Lamentation 3 and 27. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. Let's look at this word, the yoke. Yoke, the word yoke is strong as H. H stands for Hebrew, 59:22. It simply means yoke. All right, literally or figuratively yoke. All right, Apostle Paul called his fellow laborers yoke fellows. Okay, so what is the yoke? The wisdom, it's knowledge, it's truth. It's likened unto a yoke, and we're bearing the yoke in what? In our youth, because the majority of us came into this truth as young men. You see, it is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth, and notice it says the word man. See, because like as is written, okay. I believe it's in Ezekiel. No, Isaiah 46 and 8. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. So it says, show yourselves men. All right? The Heavenly Father is looking for men. Okay? So we're indeed bearing the yoke in our youth. He sitteth alone and keepeth silent. It says he sitteth alone. The majority of us are loners. You know, you may have a woman, you may have children, you know, or you may not have a woman. Either way, the majority of times you just want to be to yourself. All right, and a lot of times you're catching so much hell, so much adversity, so much affliction, you just want to be alone. Because the people around you, they're not going to get it. The only ones that will understand what you're going through is a brother that's going through the exact same thing. Remember what is written in 1 Peter, the 5th chapter. The same afflictions. You know what, let's grab that. Okay, I believe that's 1 Peter 5, and it's either 4 or 5. Here's 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, meaning clear-minded. Be vigilant, meaning what? You got to be watching. Because your adversary, the devil, that's a spiritual demon, Satan, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Meaning what? The brothers in the truth are going through the exact same things that you're going through. So don't think that you're alone. All right? Lamentation 3 and 28. He sitteth alone. Right. See, because the majority of the times we're by ourselves. You know, we're big loners. You know, you may have a family, but you're not as sociable, all right? Or you don't see them as often as you used to. You know, because ultimately we've departed from this world, all right, spiritually, and trying to get into that world to come on the first go around, on the first trip when the chariots come back. So our mindset is not even in this world. We're not focused on prospering in this world, trying to make it. No, we're looking at the world to come, and the majority of the times we're alone. We're by ourselves. Right? If you have a family like a wife and children, you know, there's times where you just want to be by yourself. All right? It may not be anything particularly bothering you, but you just need some space. You know? And if you don't have a woman or children, the majority of the times you just by yourself, even away from your family. You know? You sitteth alone. There you go. So if you're wondering, dang man, I feel like I'm always by myself. Well, that's what this is. When we look at the word soldier, it goes back to the word solitary, which means what? Alone. And keep it silence, right? Because who can we really communicate with outside of the brotherhood? The people in the world don't understand what we're going through. See? So the majority of times, what? And keep it silence. We keep silence. You know? Ain't much to say to these people in the world. Because why? Because he hath borne it upon him. Meaning what? Bore meaning to carry. So we've carried out the task, as it were. The task of what? This ministry. Being in this ministry. Right? So we are to be as soldiers. You know? Let's go to is it 1 Timothy 2? Oh, how does it go? 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. So that's part of the hardness. Being alone, being solitary, you know, keeping silence, different things like that. That's part of being in this thing. Endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. No man that warreth, we're involved in a spiritual battle, right? All right. Ephesians the 6th chapter tells us that. All right. We're involved in a spiritual fight. It's a fight to keep the faith. Entangleth himself, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. Right. We're not concerned about making it in this world. We're not concerned about the affairs of this life. Let's go into that word affairs. Oops. Grab the word affairs. The word affairs means, try that again. Here we go. It means pragmatia, which means uh, prosecution of any affair, business, occupation. Right. So we're not trying to make it on this side. Right? We ain't trying to get a 6-figure job. We ain't trying to do all that. Go to college so we can get a big old nice job. No. We're not concerned with the affairs of this life. Why? That he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier, which is the Most High. So we're soldiers for Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, spiritually. See? So don't think that what you're going through it alone. You know? Brothers are going through the exact same things. And ultimately, Scripture said that we go through these things, but there's a great reward for those that endure to the end. All right? So with that, I'm going to leave it there. All praises, honors, and glories be unto Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, Bashem HaKodash. I'm lying to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.